This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there's no school in the Hazleton Area School District for Veterans Day, so students at the Hazleton Area High School said their thank yous to local vets on Tuesday. Hello everyone, I'm Ken Karen. I have a wealth of local information in these pages and I don't mind sharing. Here's your local headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Who would steal a sign honoring a local Marine, especially the day before Veterans Day? David Mahalik of Northley Court in Hazleton told FYI that he discovered this sign missing from his gate today. The sign holds special meaning because he placed it there in May of 2014 after his son, also named David Mahalik, completed boot camp after joining the United States Marines. The sign read, "Congratulations, one of the few, the proud." Mahalik says that he had a sign maker create this personal tribute to his son, which he planned to leave on the gate until his son got out of the Marines. He says the sign was held there with plastic cable ties, which had to be cut to be removed. He also says the sign has no worth to anyone else since it was personalized with his son's name on it. Mahalik told us he's so proud of his son and everyone in the military, and that he can't believe someone could be so disrespectful to the veterans who do so much for us. He hopes whoever took the sign will return it by putting it on his driveway, no questions asked, so that he can proudly display it tomorrow for Veterans Day and every day until his son returns home. Well, today marked the first annual Veterans Day ceremony and reception at the Hazleton Area High School. The students, faculty, and staff invited local veterans to this first-of-its-kind event to pay tribute to the living veterans and to the millions of active service personnel across the globe who exemplify the true character of the American spirit. The morning featured a breakfast and a program dedicated to those who serve.
Welcome, all veterans to Hazleton Area High School. We are honored to spend this time with you as we celebrate Veterans Day.
In a world that is in desperate need of heroes, you are our country's true heroes. And we now show you in some small way our appreciation.
Right now, we were commemorating all the veterans that were here fighting for our country, and we just wanted to show our gratitude and tell them how much we appreciate their service. We wanted to give back to those who worked hard for this country, the ones who served in the military, just to give us everything that we have today. And we felt like maybe this is the best that we can give, and we wanted to give everything that we have.
This was marvelous today. I really, I think one of the saddest things was that the people, when I came back from Vietnam, the people did not recognize the veterans. And you know, whether you believe in the war or not, you have to believe in the soldier. And I'm thrilled that that has occurred. This program though today was just awesome. It was awesome, and I think it would be even beyond this. It would be nice for some of these students to talk to some of these veterans. World War II, Korea, Vietnam, even the Afghan and Iraq. You know what I mean? The man said it very well. Some of those things which we have seen through our eyes is pretty amazing, you know. And if we could pass that on to these young people, so that maybe we can start to live in peace. Hopefully.
Thank you to our Andy Fisher for shooting that and putting that story together. And from everyone here at SSPTV, thank you to all those who have served and those who continue to serve for our freedom. The annual Veterans Day program will take place tomorrow in the borough of Freeland. The event, which is being sponsored by the Freeland VFW Post 5010, will take place at 11 a.m. tomorrow at the War Monument in Freeland Public Park. The keynote speaker for the program will be State Representative Jared Mullery. The public is invited to attend this special Veterans Day program tomorrow in Freeland. Meanwhile, the Laurel Mall will also hold a special program in recognition of Veterans Day. The annual Veterans Day program will be held tomorrow at 1 p.m. in front of Old Navy inside the mall. Local veterans will participate in the program, which will also feature several speakers. The Laurel Mall invites all veterans and everyone to come out and honor those who have served our country, and that's tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Laurel Mall. One restaurant in our area is offering a free buffet for all active duty and retired military personnel on Veterans Day. Bonanza Steakhouse on Route 93 across from the Laurel Mall is offering the free buffet all day tomorrow. A beverage is not included. And for every Pepsi product purchased at Bonanza during the entire month of November, 5 cents will be donated to the Wounded Warrior Family Support. Again, the free buffet is tomorrow at Bonanza for all active duty and retired military personnel. Meanwhile, Eagle Rock Resort is also honoring our veterans with a free haircut. Eagle Rock will hold Veterans Appreciation Day on Wednesday, November 12th. On Thursday, the spa at Eagle Rock is offering free haircuts to all veterans from 1 to 7 p.m. Veterans are asked to call for an appointment for their free haircut at 570-384-1501. You see him on Feeling Good right here on SSPTV, but did you know that Dr. Joe Bafil offers free wellness workshops each month at Bafil Family Chiropractic in Sugarloaf Township? Dr. Bafil explains that this month's free workshop will focus on sugar-related issues.
It's a wellness workshop on sugar handling issues, diabetes. You know, if you got fatigue, fat around your belly, you're irritable, you skip a meal and you want to, cut someone's head off, your sugar is an issue. Folks, if you're lightheaded or shaky, if you miss a meal or a meal's delayed, if you have an excess of appetite, forgetfulness, dizziness, you've got sugar issues, come to our workshop so that we can share with you. It's free, a lot of information. We can coach you along the way on how we can help you do things better.
The free wellness workshop on sugar is Saturday, November 14th from 10:30 a.m. until noon at Bafil Family Chiropractic, 715 West Butler Drive in Sugarloaf. For more information, call 570-788-3737. There's still much more information to dispense on FYI in sports. We'll hear from 2 former NFL players who want to help local football players reach their full potential. Plus, get pumped up for Relay for Life. The fun and fundraising really goes on all year, and there's 2 upcoming events that will help you get involved.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
How would you like to get in the holiday spirit and help out local children at the same time? SSPTV and the Making a Difference Foundation will be hosting a Christmas concert entitled Christmas with a Twist in conjunction with Making a Difference Ministries on Thursday, December 3rd at Sand Springs in Drums. This festive celebration will begin at 6:30. Simply bring a new unwrapped gift for admission to the concert. All proceeds benefit Brandon's Forever Home. Brandon's Forever Home is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping all children in foster care find their forever home.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Blah. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, rain mostly before 3 a.m. Our low will be 45 degrees. East wind around 7 miles per hour, becoming northwest after midnight. There's a 90% chance of precipitation, and new precipitation amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch are possible. On the 4-day outlook for our Veterans Day, mostly cloudy with a high near 54 degrees, northwest wind from 7 to 9 miles per hour. Wednesday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 43 degrees. On Thursday, showers mainly before 1 p.m., high near 54, wind gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. On Thursday night, 30% chance of showers before 1 a.m., 40 will be our low. On Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 49. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 36 degrees. Our Saturday is looking partly sunny with a high near 45, and then on Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 33 degrees.
It may be quite a few months away, but we're already talking Relay for Life for the Greater Hazleton unit of the American Cancer Society. And here to talk about what is happening, two great events to help get the word out about Relay, is Michelle Connors. And she is the social media chairperson for Relay this year. Michelle, I guess you have two great events. Let's start with the first. Everybody loves a great movie, and you guys have a movie planned for this weekend.
Yes, we do. This Saturday from 1 to 3, Inside Out will be showing at the Cinema Draft House here in Hazleton. It's $10 a ticket, and with your ticket you get a tricky tray. We're going to have tricky trays, so you get tricky tray tickets. So you might win something too and have a great time and support Relay.
So you need to do a lot of great events like this to raise money for Relay and to get the word out about it, because you want a lot of teams to participate. And Relay's taking place June 3rd and 4th at the track at Cougar Park, right by Hazleton Area High School there. But there's a lot of work that goes into getting ready for that big day.
Yes, there is. This is the 23rd Relay in Hazleton, and it takes a lot of people to put everything together. We have the entertainment. We always want plenty of that to keep everyone going all night long. The hours are different this year. We're trying something new. It's going to start at 12 noon on Friday and go to 12 noon Saturday. We're hoping to get the school involved with a Relay recess. With the younger kids, they have like a gym day, you know, outside sports day or whatever. And so that's how we're going to start it this year. So new things going on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That sounds like a great idea. And if you would like to know more about Relay and whether it's for you and how you could help, you're having an informational open house, and that's coming up, and it's going to be at the Laurel Mall.
It is. The Laurel Mall has given us a storefront. It's going to be on the 18th from 5 to 8. And everyone's invited. We're going to have tricky trays there also. We have a chili cook-off, something different, baked goods, and things for the kids. The theme this year is cartoons, so there might be a cartoon character or two showing up. You never know. But everyone is invited. Santa Claus is going to be at the mall too, I heard. So hopefully, you know, people go see Santa Claus and come check out and see what Relay's all about.
All right. Well, that's a great way to find out. Again, the movie taking place this Saturday from 1 to 3. That's at the Cinema Draft House in West Hazleton. But the informational open house is on Wednesday, November 18th from 5 till 8 at the Laurel Mall in the former Christopher Banks storefront. That's next to Cafe Europa. How important is it for everybody watching out there to get involved and help Relay?
We need to find a cure for cancer, and this is Relay for Life is the biggest fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. We have many good programs that the money from Relay for Life goes towards support groups, the wig programs, free wigs for those women going through treatment. The car, you can get a ride to treatment if you need it, free of charge. They're fantastic programs, and they take money and research. We need to find a cure, and that's the only way we're going to get it, with research and money towards, you know, from Relay for Life.
Well, you guys do a great job each and every year, and I know you're extremely dedicated to the cause. Please come out and enjoy the movie on Saturday night. Come out to the informational open house at the Laurel Mall and help Relay for Life for the Greater Hazleton unit be a tremendous success this year.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Let's turn our attention now to the green screen and your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 2, 81, pick 3, 254, and pick 4, 6666, and pick 5, 84224. When we come back on FYI, we talk with two former NFL players. But before we go to break, here's Law Talk.
Hello again and welcome to Law Talk. Today we're going to talk about auto coverage. It's a topic that's on everybody's mind virtually all the time, and one of the things that I think you should know and very important to you is, you know, when you get full coverage from your auto insurance agent, is it really good coverage? So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Alexis recently had an experience with a client that came in and asked about that, so we'll let her talk to you about full coverage versus good coverage.
Thank you. Full coverage by Pennsylvania law isn't necessarily good coverage that you might have. When you're looking to purchase car insurance, some of the things you want to consider would be whether or not there is a wage loss benefit, As that part of your insurance, Pennsylvania law does not require you to have that. Something else to consider would be the medical coverage that you might have applicable. If you're involved in an accident, your insurance company will pay for any accident-related medical treatment that you receive. However, they'll pay only up to a point as to what your coverage has. For example, in Pennsylvania, the minimum coverage that you have is $5,000. And if you're significantly injured and you have no health insurance, then you're very limited as far as the type of treatment that you may have based on the fact that you have minimal medical coverage. But under Pennsylvania law, this would be considered full coverage. It's not necessarily good coverage. Something else you want to consider is uninsured or underinsurance coverage. That is also not mandated by Pennsylvania law. However, you want to consider purchasing that as part of your coverage because you have people who are driving that might not be insured. They might cause an accident. And if you have no uninsurance coverage, then you have no recourse. You have no type of action that you can take to get any type of recovery. Similar to that would be underinsurance. If you're hit by a driver and they're responsible for causing the accident, if they have minimal coverage, which in Pennsylvania it's only $15,000, you're entitled to recover that. But if your injuries and your claim is worth in excess of that $15,000, you're in a tough position because if you don't have underinsurance, there's no other type of recourse for you. There's no claim that you can make with your own insurance carrier. So you want to be mindful of that when selecting insurance coverage.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
A few weeks ago, I was editing some high school football highlights when former NFL players Aaron Beasley and Lamont White walked in the newsroom. They started breaking things down, and I just sat there and nodded my head like any former soccer player would around NFL players. These guys know what they're talking about when it comes to the game, and now they want to share their knowledge with football players in the Hazleton area. You're about to meet two former NFL players who know the value of practice. In fact, when I asked both of them their favorite memory from the NFL, neither one of them told me a story from a regular season or playoff game.
What's one thing you remember from playing in the NFL, being with the Vikings, was that
against Randy Moss, Chris Carter in practice. I mean, these are some great talented receivers. I mean, I was getting a better workout in practice than the game. So, I mean, there's some great guys.
It was a preseason game, but the effort when I missed a tackle on Tiki Barber on the 50-yard line, instead of staying down and pouting, I got back up, I chased him, and right before the end zone, punched the ball out. And the coach comes up to me, he's like, "That's the best player I've ever seen in my life." And I'm like, that's just preseason, you know? So it's like for the effort, you know, you can never replace effort on a team.
Lamont White and Aaron Beasley were not heavily recruited out of high school, so White went to Westchester Junior College where he was an All-American. After that, he played at Central State in Ohio, and then he had to make stops in the Canadian Football League and the Arena Football League before being noticed by a scout for the Minnesota Vikings while playing for an arena team in South Dakota.
What do you think your career should teach other people? When people look at the career you had working, you had success in arena, you've played in the NFL, what would you think, even high school kids who might watch this in our area, what do you want to stick with them?
Never give up on the dream. Just keep working hard. Never give up. Just keep working hard. Somebody's always watching you, so just don't never give up your dream.
White's hard-working attitude seems to come from his father, who he says worked hard every day of his life for his kids. His dad also helped him stay on the football field and out of trouble.
About 8 or 9, 10 years old when I first started playing football.
What do you remember from that? What do you remember from being coach? Do you remember anything from it?
I remember a lot from it. That's when I first got knocked out playing football, so you never forget that feeling.
How did that happen? I mean, I don't know if you remember it after it, but do you remember what happened?
The kid was a little bit older than me. You know, when you 8 and the kid are like 10 or 11, that's a big difference back then. And that's what happened. The little kid hit me, knocked me out. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to play football. I kept on playing, though.
Hey, a lot of parents are scared of that right now, and they say, "I'm worried about having my kids play football." You came back to the game. And do you think kids are okay? Like, is football safe for these kids?
It's definitely safe how they do it now. Okay. Back then, we didn't have the technology and stuff they had back then. So my father was the coach, so I had another choice but to go back.
Out of high school, Beasley went to Valley Forge Military Academy before heading off to West Virginia University, where he would become an All-American.
My freshman year, I started as a true freshman, and I'm going against guys like Qadri Ismail, and the first guy I ever had to cover just came back from the Olympics running a 9.92. So it was like I learned a lot under fire. And I learned that, that confidence builds by practicing hard, practicing every play 100%. Even in drills, walkthroughs, I would go 100%. I mean, mentally, you want to be sharp. So, a lot of the things that I worked on was just being quick with your decisions and going 100%.
That effort paid off as Beasley enjoyed a career in the NFL that included stops with Jacksonville, Atlanta, and the New York Jets. From Pottstown, Pennsylvania, he's now trying to help produce more top-level football talent in the Keystone State.
When I first went to Valley Forge, I met former teammate Lawrence Wright. He won the Jim Thorpe Award. He's the only guy that won the Jim Thorpe Award with no interceptions. That's how good of a defensive back he was. I mean, he was a ferocious hitter. But when I first met him and saw the intensity at which he practiced with and the speed and how he played, I was like, man, y'all play different ball down there in Florida. So I really learned and picked up a lot of things from him, just the footwork type of things. And what I'm trying to bring is that upgraded type of development to Pennsylvania football.
Beasley will be running leagues in the area this upcoming spring with the National Youth Football Organization. You just heard all about the importance of practice from Beasley and White. Well, if you want to practice with some former NFL players, head to the Gutsy Sports Academy on December 5th in the Hazleton area. Former Cincinnati Bengals player Craig Taylor and current Milford Academy prep coach he's Lamar Stewart. He will also be helping out at the off-season conditioning, and that's sponsored by Booty's Place. By the way, you can see that full Sam Lasan show with Beasley and White online right now at SSPTV.com. This sportscast is over. Here comes the social report. See you soon. Happy Wing Night. It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Booty's Place, located at the Churchill Mall, now has their takeout window open. The best just got better with pizza, hoagies, strombolis, calzones, great Italian dinners, and much more. Visit them today or call ahead 570-455-5551. Our next announcement, the Hazleton Art League is now accepting artwork for their annual holiday affordable art exhibit and sale. Any member is invited to submit 2 pieces of art to be included in this sale. Artists wishing to participate should bring 2 pieces to the gallery Saturday, November 14th or Sunday, November 15th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. For info, just call 570-817-1075. And finally, the Rotary Club of Hazleton will be holding its 13th annual poinsettia sale now through Wednesday, November 18th. Orders can be taken from any Rotary Club member or by calling 570-454-8706. Plants will be available for pickup at Genetti's Catering on Wednesday, December 2nd or for delivery on December 3rd or 4th. Proceeds benefit the Rotary Club Community Service Projects. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Carl F. Hornack of Ridgewood. Mass is Wednesday at 10 a.m. in the Good Shepherd Church. There is no public viewing. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Lisa Seraphin of Drums. Lisa, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Thank you for watching FYI today, and please come back tomorrow on Wednesday, Veterans Day, as we have a special story prepared and so much more information and sports coming your way. Until then, take it easy, everyone.